Hello, YouTube family. This is your girl, Ronique, with your Sunday Talks. So I try to cover what this conversation is going to be about right away in the first 2 minutes. So today we're going to talk about insurance. So we're going to talk about insurance for entrepreneurs and business owners, even for employees, because if you're an employee, I honestly think you should know the options for your insurance to just get it disconnected from your job. It's just going to save you probably a world of hurt in the long run, to be honest. Especially with all the changes we're getting ready to experience in America. So this is a topic of interest to you, then stay tuned. If not, I hope you have a good day, and hopefully you stay tuned to one of my topics in the future. Okay, so a little bit about myself, because you're probably like, who's this lady and why am I listening to her? So I am 46 years old. I was in corporate America for quite some time. I've been working since I was 16. I am now a full-time entrepreneur, but I transitioned into entrepreneurship, and I do have a team. So I hope that gives you a little bit about me. I am a mother and a grandmother. Okay? So some things I have definitely figured out, some things I haven't. Insurance actually was one of the things I figured out really early on in my entrepreneurship journey. I feel like I'm in the beginning to middle stage of my entrepreneurship journey. I still have a lot to learn and a lot of ways to go, a lot of goals to hit. I still feel like I'm very new in my entrepreneurship journey compared to my corporate career, okay? So the first thing I'm going to tell you, because everybody should be aware of this, especially if you are in America, it doesn't matter where you're at, to be honest, you should just have a healthy lifestyle, okay? Before we even get into the insurance options and how to find insurance and so forth, you honestly should just have a healthy lifestyle. You should not live your life as if you want to go into the ER tomorrow, okay? So make water your main source of drink. Doesn't mean you can't drink other things, but make that your main drink choice all the time. I'm just telling you little simple things, because I ain't no gym rat. I don't ever see myself becoming a gym rat, but I just got my labs done. I get my labs done every year, and I am a healthy individual besides a little weight on me. Okay. So that would be number one. Try to eat whole foods. Try to make the majority of your meals healthy. Of course, you can have things that, like, I eat pizza today, okay? I don't eat pizza often. I eat pizza like maybe every other month or something. For some reason, I want a pizza today. But, you know, like, just keep your meals as healthy as possible, and so forth, and go from there, okay? So that, first of all, just live a healthy lifestyle. And then don't forget, go to the gym. Really, your work, your internal health and even your body goes from what you're putting into your system. So diet first and then activity next. But you want to be active because, heck, you want to be able to, like, don't even think about what people, like, the extreme. Think about, you know, being able to play with your kids, play with your grandkids, being able to stand up, being able to walk up a flight of stairs and not be out of breath, running to the next gate. You know, that happens a lot if you're a traveler. I have to run sometimes in the airport. You know, I'm trying to think other things that you may think about, you know, unscrewing a drawer, you know, those type of things. As you age, those things actually become more critical, that you need to being flexible, being able to touch your toes, you know, being able to stretch, you know, all those things. That just living an active lifestyle, you know, work out 3 to 4 times a week, and just stay active. Okay. That's the first thing. Live a healthy lifestyle. Number 2, this is something I learned very early on. There is a cash option to any facility you're going to, meaning dentist, doctor, even hospital. Ask them, tell them you're an uninsured person, how much is that, that I can't think of the name of it, that test, that appointment, that whatever. For example, cleaning your teeth. My teeth has never cost more than $200 to get cleaned. So that's something I just pay for. Okay. So just think of those things of that. And most people don't realize there's always a cash option. They really, honestly, this is just something I learned. I learned this very early on. They actually bill your insurance more than what they would charge you in cash. That is because they're trying to get a lot more money from your insurance company. I don't know why the system is that way. I just discovered it when I started asking questions about, hey, I don't have insurance. What is the amount I need to pay? I realized if I had insurance, it was one cost. If I didn't have insurance, it was a completely different cost. So I don't know. Talk to your politicians about something. But that's one thing you need to know. There's cash options. So ask questions. Number 3. I'm going to cover the next. Yep, we'll cover the next. Unique options. Because I'm telling you about things, especially as you're on your entrepreneurship journey. You really are looking to minimize your expenses as much as possible personally, so you can put it into the build of your business. Okay. You don't want to be having a high cost lifestyle and don't have money to put into your business for the things you're trying to grow to, so that you can get your business to a certain level. Once you get your business to a certain level and you got your pay up, then you can switch if you want to. But I don't, it's totally up to you what you decide to do. But, at the beginning, these are some things that's really going to help you out. So we have a doctor that's in our area. And I don't know how long he's been doing this. He's a medical doctor. He has 6 other doctors with him now. His practice has grown tremendously. I feel like he may have started this 10 or 7 years ago, because I really honestly heard about him when I first started transitioning into entrepreneurship. He's a medical doctor, got extremely frustrated with Big Pharma and the American medical complex. And I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but that's what we're going to call it in this video. And really felt like it became really unfair to the doctors and the patients. And so he has removed himself from that industry. And so he created his own practice. And the way his practice works is the families, individual, whoever wants to come to his practice, you pay a monthly fee like you're at Netflix. Okay. So that fee is anywhere from $60 and above. And you get full access to the doctors on staff. You have appointments. The staff is extremely nice. When I tell you, I was impressed. I haven't been to a doctor that took that time with me in America since I was in my 20s. Okay. And so my first appointment was like an hour and a half. I mean, they went through everything. We did the test. We did the things. Okay. And so, some other tests that I want to get done just to make sure I'm fully healthy. But I mean, good treatment is like hard to find today. It seems like in America, it's like we're overcharged for stuff, but it is very much less value right now. That's a video for different things. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that, but I am seeing it and I'm feeling it, and I'm just like, does not make sense anymore. So anyway, you might have that unique option in your community. So look for those doctors who have gotten fed up with the American medical complex and may have stepped out on their own and have started that type of family unique practice. And so right now he has grown. I know that time he only had 1 office, but now he has 3, I believe. And it's like 6 other doctors that have done the same thing that are now with him. And they are able to do any and everything you need. And the best thing about it is that they are a business, of course. And so now they have even more discounts for you to pay cash for things out of pocket if you need to, like as far as lab work and so forth. It's definitely being more competitive with other countries, to be honest, because other countries, the medical is just a whole lot cheaper and you get more value. I don't know what to tell you. I actually tried it out because I am working on some things. And so I tried it out this year and it was very interesting to find out. Okay. So anyway, next, it is 3 insurances I always wanted to keep when I left full-time employment for me. And that way my daughter would not have to stress or worry about certain things if something happened to me. So disability, life insurance, well, 2 starting off, disability and life insurance. Health, I'm just very conscious of my health. So what I was doing at first is I was getting a healthcare policy 1 year, getting all my stuff done, like all my major stuff done, and then not having healthcare the next year because the small stuff I just pay out of pocket for. Once you realize the cost, you just realize you can just pay out of pocket for it and call it a day. And actually you're going to come out cheaper than paying monthly for healthcare. So it was just disability and life. Them were like the main ones. And then I ended up adding health again just because I'm getting older now. So, but what I realized with health, because I'm a healthy person and everybody's individual health, you know what you're dealing with, you know what you need as far as health insurance and so forth. So you got to base it off of that. But for me, I was just like, I need something if I go into the hospital. I need something that covers a hospital stay, surgery, etc. That's what I started looking for. I'm like, everything else, I'm not gonna use it for any routine thing. I really need it for that. So something major happens, okay? And so that was kind of what I went after this year or last year. We're almost into the new year. So last year, and I found that policy. So if you know that you are a healthy person, individual, I strongly suggest, if you know you're just going to get your teeth cleaned and you're going to do a routine visit to the doctor, get your lab works done, so forth, really do the cash options there and keep you a catastrophic policy, or a policy that, if you go into the hospital, is going to cover any major surgeries, those type of things. So try to find that type of policy and not think about the routine stuff, okay? Just pay out of pocket for those. The life insurance, so there are different types of life insurance policies, right? Probably more. I'm not a life professional, but the main ones you want to know about, I just thought about that. Whole life insurance, term life, which is this term, meaning like it's 10 to 20 years. And then you also have whole term and then cash value. So cash value, you can actually, it's like an investment. This is tax free at the end of the day. That you can really put money in, that you may say, okay, I want to put $250 a month into my cash value life insurance policy. But it's also a life insurance policy, but it's paying like dividends and stuff. So it's a better way to kind of, really stack some money if you need to, and in a tax-free way. So that's an option. A lot of people use it for, to invest. Okay, that's one of the diversified investment options. That's what we'll say. The other thing is your whole life, and then your term life. And so whatever policy you're more interested in, talk to the life insurance professionals, because I am not that person, and figure out which one you want to get for yourself, and then go from there. I think getting all three is a smart strategy. I actually got away from it, but I wish I would have kept it. I'm actually moving back to that now. I have no clue why I got away from it. Probably something happened in life and I had to step away from it because I am single, so I am catching myself, okay? The next one would be disability. So disability is something that's always been critical for me, again, because I am based off of that I'm single. And so if something happens to me, I want my bills to be able to pay. I am a homeowner. So I want certain things to be covered no matter what, whether I'm working or not. So disability was like one of those things I always have kept since I left full-time employment. That is the one policy, disability and life, are the two policies I have always had. And so the disability policy, I have a long-term disability, but you want to also maybe look into a short-term. I have not been able to find a short-term disability yet. For entrepreneurs and business owners, they usually want it tied to a company. I do have a company, so if I ever decided to add it for employees, like if we get to 10 employees or something like that, then I would look and add it. But for the most part, I just let, and this is for anybody who's a business owner, entrepreneur, especially most people do 1099 contractors nowadays. I honestly suggest if you're a business owner, even if you're doing contractors, still let them know what your insurance options are as you being an employee or even a 1099 contractor for your company yourself, however you're getting paid. Still make it easy as possible for your team, especially if you have a strong team, so that way they know, okay, well, I can call this person or get them a professional to talk to and say, hey, we know we don't cover your insurances here, but this is some folks you can talk to about your disability. Here's some people you can talk to about your life insurance. Here's some people you can talk to about your health insurance so you can get those things covered for yourself. And so that can help your team out, and that just helps you out as a business owner, entrepreneur. But disability, do life, do long term. Sorry, life. Disability, do long term, and then do short term. If you want to put it through your company. If not, Aflac does have some individual policies you can purchase that can act as if short term disability, because your long term will kick in after 90 days. Most policies do. Okay. And that big payout that Aflac offers should be able to cover your expenses for that first 90 days, right? So that is just a gap that you can cover, so you can be fully covered as an entrepreneur and business owner. So I thought this was a good topic to talk about today because it's November. Usually October, I price out everything again and go through the rigmarole of trying to figure out, like, can I lower something? Can I change something? Do I need to add something? Hence, I'm getting older, so I added like the health insurance policy this year. I'm switching my life insurances up. So, all those things is happening. So just some things to do. I'm just re-looking at everything so I can hit some goals in the future right now. That is my objective. But I have some backups just in case that don't work out, because honey, I'm not working for the rest of my life. And I ain't waiting to 65 to retire. So that's all I can tell you right now. But hopefully that helps you. So we cover, let me make sure we're gonna tell you what we covered real quick. We covered living a healthy lifestyle. We covered cash options, meaning talk to your medical professional, ask them what is the cash amount to pay if you don't have insurance. Even if you have insurance, you probably be better off paying the cash option, to be honest. If you can. Unique options. So check about unique options in your area. You never know. Dig, ask questions. I am a person that you never stop learning. 4, I think I did this out of order, but disability, long, short term, life insurance. We talked about whole life, cash value, term, health insurance. We talked about like making sure you have health insurance policy. So if you go into hospital, you need surgery. Oh, I didn't cover this, but let me cover this really quick. Key man policy. So that is just basically the company owns a life insurance policy on the person who is the head of the business, or even on all the employees. And I really believe all companies have a key man policy. And I honestly think banks may have it on the people who own bank accounts. Only reason why I think that is because you know how you get that little letter in the mail and it asks you, hey, do you want to sign up for this? This is offered through a company that we have that does this. So I'm starting to think the banks have some insurance policies on all of us, guys. I'm a structured person, and so I can easily read between the lines and stuff. And so I'm like, why do we get this all the time? Then I started to realize, I said, this must be they have actual insurance policies on us, which is kind of smart, to be honest. But that's my understanding that they do that anyway. I had listened to a video on it like a long time ago that definitely, like, especially big companies, they do have policies on all their employees. It's just like them covering their employees in like a key man type of thing. So I'm pretty sure banks do the same. Just being honest, because there's no way they're offering us disability or life policy just because. So just keep that in mind. But it's options. So the key man policy is just basically a life insurance policy. So like if I or anybody else, because words have power, somebody dies in a company, I'm gonna say that by myself, and they need to now find someone else to take that person's place. The company can then cash in on that key man policy, so that can cover, like the salary for a year, so that they can pay that person while they get trained up and so forth. So that's the key man policy. So those are the policies I wanted to cover. Those are the insurance topic. We are a little bit over 15 minutes, but I thought this was a good conversation to have today. I'm really going to work to keep these videos to 15 minutes. I know I am just getting started with this series. If there's anything you would like to hear me talk about, discuss, or whatever, please drop it in the comments below. This was not the topic I was going to have this Sunday. I know I had thought of a topic like earlier this week, and I should have wrote it down and probably recorded the video then, but I did not. So this is the topic I thought about today from answering some questions from business owners about insurances. So hopefully this will help somebody. Share this out with somebody as an entrepreneur, business owner, and so forth. And so whenever you watch this, I hope you're having a great day. And I wish you the best. Talk to you later.